The following may contain language which will be offensive to some people and inappropriate for children. Still here? Then pour your favorite beverage and let's get this fucking show started.
Fantastic Forum, assemble! You're watching Fantastic Forum, the premier show about comic books and your live weekly conversation about entertainment, culture. We are the Fantastic Forum coming to you live and direct from the Hall of F. Hope you're having a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, or night, as the case may be, depending on where you are in the world. And if not, you should stick with us. We'll help you take it up a notch. You have the usual suspects in the building. First, we have our riddle. Inside of Enigma, trapped in Chinese finger cuffs. You don't know him. You love him anyway. He's our silent assassin. Daredevil? Jay?
Hey, what's up?
Oh, I don't think they can see you, Jay. Are they seeing? Or is that just me? Or like what?
What do you see, Larry?
I see the Daredevil born again. Like I don't like our background basically.
I see Jay.
I see Jay also.
Yeah.
Jeez, that's so weird. Why would we be
I also see dead people, so
why would we be seeing something different? Or why am I seeing something different? I see no Jay.
You need a new computer.
or eyes.
Heck says I see Jay.
Oh no. Wait,
So
okay. Look.
That's you.
Okay.
I'm not comfortable with the guy that with control of the stream like glitching out.
Right.
Well, listen, I technically I host more than anything, but I'm just like, that's a very strange thing because I saw myself, and then when we cut. I don't see Jay right now. That's so weird. That's okay. Well, let's see what happens when we go to our next member of Fantastic Forum. He is our intrepid senior reporter. He's next in line for the cowl. He is our resident Dark Knight detective. It's Oz.
Just to get this out of the way at the top, I just sent out a video for the latest Fallout unboxing, and unfortunately, this is not a clickbait cover. It is the final box. I didn't know when I filmed it. I got an email a couple of days afterwards that they're discontinuing. I feel a little bit bad because I talked a lot of crap about it, and I feel highly responsible for that. I've shut down many businesses with my comments, so
we all have. We got rid of we got rid of Wizard World. We got rid of Wizard Magazine.
Who's we, white man?
I turned a comic book shop into a rub and tug.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a vape shop now.
Mm-hmm.
But
listen, all I do is build people up. I don't break them down.
Yeah, so that look of disappointment in my face in that picture was before I even knew they were canceling it.
I was about to say, like, you usually look like that.
Well, there's a reason they were canceled.
It's like that general look of disappointment. I know. There it is. Okay, well, listen, I can see everybody now. I don't know what changed, but that's so weird. But anyway, next, he's our backbone, our pillar, our strength of Fantastic Forum, our nigh and vulnerable brawler, and resident strongman, Moses Magnum.
What's up? Shout out to Heck for the link last week. So this came in the mail today.
Oh, very nice. So, look at that.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Bought it on the air. Boxed it on the air.
That's a good looking image.
Are we all just going to pretend like Moses doesn't look like a superstar today? Are we all just going to be like...
He looks the same to me.
I always look like this, Larry.
You always look like that? Okay.
I'm representing because we got a new pope now in the congregation of ghosts. So.
Oh, got you. Yeah. Okay. I was like, wait, what? I was like, what did Moses do to the pope?
Yeah. Well, look, he might replace. Yeah, look, yeah. Like we're ahead of the curve right here. We got Papa 5 was announced yesterday.
Oh.
Papa 5 Perpetua is his name.
Perpetua. Not mad at that. That sounds pretty cool. But okay.
He's a cyborg.
Cool. Well, of course he is. A cyborg pope. Yes. As for myself, my name is Lawrence Young. They call me Mayor Young. Welcome to Fantastic Forum. We got a great show for you today because we are going to be talking to you all about the new Daredevil Born Again show, the return of Daredevil to television and the first, I guess, official entry, I guess, from in the MCU. So we'll be talking about that today, and of course, whatever else you all want to talk about, and we'll tell you how it is you can get down with that in just a moment. But before we do, we want to make sure we thank Mr. Scott Rubin, because without him, the show would not exist. So thank you, Scott Rubin. Hope all is well with you, good sir. And with that said, let's have the intern do their thing.
Want to get in on the action? Call Fantastic Forum on Skype and join the fun. Too shy to call in? That's okay. You can join the Discord chat room available at
fantasticforum.live.
Join the party. You know you want to.
Indeed. So yeah, do what the intern says, please, and jump into chat, whether that be through Twitch or YouTube. You can become the 5th member of Fantastic Forum, such as insert witty chat comment here, please, Jay. Hexzilla says, Mo didn't do nothing God didn't already start. Wow. Okay. Okay.
God, thy will be done.
Amen. Amen to that. So, but yeah, so definitely hit us up. Let us know what it is that you want to talk about, how you all are feeling, what's going on in your world, in the world of comics, and all that jazz. So, yeah, look, gents, like I feel like there was something that we're supposed to be like talking about right now, something that I wanted to bring up specifically, and I can't remember
The MCU.
what say what?
The MCU concept art leak.
You know what? Yeah, well, no, it wasn't that. That I was gonna. God bless you. I was actually gonna save for news later if we do that. I feel like there was something. It was something else, but I don't know.
The fact that it's Ash Wednesday and Oz didn't observe.
I mean, do they let you do Ash Wednesday out in Oz's town?
Yeah,
they do, but I actually just got out of work.
Putting money before the Lord. Terrible.
Just like the clergy.
I could set the place on fire and get my ashes, you know.
But who's gonna bless the Oz?
I think Heck put up something where they had like drive-through ashes, or something.
Yeah.
I got plenty of ashes here from my joints.
I don't think that works, but hey,
what do I know? His dad.
And I'm
oh my god.
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
Oh,
I was gonna say that might burn.
Yeah. Come here.
Yeah. Nah, listen, I can't think of what it was.
And I'm ordained too, so I can bless.
Lawrence, we're not all ashy like you.
Oh, please. Listen. It's so funny because when I was, because I was raised Catholic, and so I would do Ash Wednesday for many, many years. And, it was wild just because it's like one of those things where I walk around with ashes all day and only like half the people I talk to notice. I'm like, that's messed up.
That's my favorite thing about Catholicism is that we get $2.99 filet of fish on Fridays.
What?
People don't eat meat. People don't
right. I know they don't. You're right.
So that's the deal. Like it's usually like $7.
That's the whole reason they came out with the filet of fish.
Is that the reason?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Croc wanted some weird pineapple burger thing, and he actually made a bet that his would sell more than the filet of fish, and just got blown up. Like they sold one of his pineapple weird burger things.
And when you say a pineapple weird burger, it's like legit, like a burger with a pineapple on it.
I think instead of the meat, it was a pineapple slice.
Yeah,
that doesn't make
it was something.
That's not even a burger.
I mean, you can't eat meat, right?
You should have went. Why not do the mushroom thing at that point?
They didn't have mushrooms back then.
Oh, mushrooms didn't exist. Got it.
Yeah.
the good Lord that didn't see fit to put them on Earth yet.
Yeah, man. So
I love the filet of fish.
Yeah,
I only eat them during this time.
You said you love eating them during this time?
I only eat them around this time.
Oh, you only eat them around
because
this
they're
time.
too expensive
Oh.
otherwise.
I mean, I hear that. It trust me, the deal is great. Like I love it myself because I'm actually a big fan of filet of fish, like just in general. But yeah, it's like when you can get it on a deal, it's better. It tastes better. No, it's funny because I'm surprised Jay hasn't weighed in. Jay's a filet of fish fan.
Oh,
Oh, I didn't mean to put your business out there, Jay. I apologize. Jay said, like, oh, you just go let the whole world know.
no, it's just, how do I say this?
Just because the man's hand smells like fish doesn't mean he's been eating fish.
This convo is dumb.
Is it the filet of fish deal aspect, or is it the link to Catholicism? Like, what makes this conversation dumb, Joe?
I'm gonna have to say all of it.
All, but is it the
So-
is it new
So I was
pope? Is
just
that part?
choosing not to weigh in on
Got it. Right. That's fair.
this.
That's fair. He's like, I can't be associated with the terrible parts of the show. Oh, Heck says, have you tried the fish Arby's has though?
I have not.
Yeah, I haven't either. Like, I honestly, I don't go to Arby's, man. Like, they have great marketing, but I went to Arby's once in college and I was so disappointed. I was like, why does this exist? And that was
Arby's
before
is
the ad
terrible.
campaign. Huh?
Arby's is terrible.
Yeah, listen, I mean, I'm sure they have some good things, but the main thing they make is not good. Like,
They've had a
none of-
renaissance, but
Yeah?
it's still not. I mean, they, like you said, they got great marketing. They just don't have many locations, so there's no one near me at all.
See, but that's the thing. Like, I don't even know. Like again, I was in college and had it down the street, and it was probably one of the one of the best deals out there. Part of that, I think, was because they knew, like, hey, we gotta compete with price, if nothing else, right? Because they were definitely trying to go for quality, and so I was like, nah, man, I'd rather save up. I'd rather miss a meal. You know, and like have one good meal later.
That's how you invented intermittent fasting.
That's how I invented intermittent fasting. Yes, my brainchild because of Arby's. But anyway,
see what happens when you can't remember what you wanted to talk about.
Yeah, I don't. Look, it's so
food.
crazy because I feel like I feel like I was thinking about it all day. Like, okay, like I'm gonna bring this up so that we all can talk about this and get everybody weigh in. But I don't know.
And it couldn't have been Snap related.
I don't think it was, even though I did, like, because I did think, like, I did want to ask you all about the friggin' Sanctum Showdown, the new mode, which I'm like, Joe, you probably didn't even know that existed, huh?
No, I know. I'm part of our Snapchat, so I know things exist.
We have a Snapchat?
We do.
I know that's not what he was going to bring up because I'm beating him in points. So.
Oh, listen, this guy gets ahead in the friggin' league one time, and he's already look. You would have thought we were at the end, and there was no way anyone could catch up. Look, see that this fool, he out here talking mess because he's in the lead finally. That's okay, Oz. That's okay. But yeah,
by Snapchat, I just mean our conversation where we only talk about Snap.
Oh, the group text.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Have you tried that at all, Jay?
No.
Okay. You might like it.
Or I might not.
That's a possibility, Jay.
It could go either way.
It could technically go either way, but there's only one way to really find out, right?
I mean, do we really need to find out?
He likes being Schrodinger's Snap.
Have Mo, Oz, have you tried it out yet? How do y'all liking that mode?
I have. That's why I'm winning in our points bracket with no cubes. Look at my score. I've got like 40 cubes, but like 4,000 something.
I noticed that, and I was like, I would just thought you were doing bounties. Is that? But you're doing bounties in Showdown? Is that?
Well, you do Showdown and you still get the bounties.
Right.
So, yeah.
Wow, that's interesting.
I forget to do the gang war stuff, like the.
Like
I forget that I'm in a gang. Yeah, I forget that I'm in a gang.
In a gang, I love it. I mean, it's technically
FFL.
All right, Fantastic Forum Live. If anybody wants to join our guild, what do they call them? Are they? It's not
alliances.
Leagues. Alliances. That's what it is.
Again, fancy word for gang.
But yeah, man.
I enjoyed it, but I enjoyed it, but I enjoy the game. Period. And I'm more angry that of this prehistoric Avengers theme season.
Oh, you don't like it?
No, they should have done a Daredevil one. Like I know we have a lot, but at least variants for all the Daredevil related characters.
I don't think we have that many Daredevil related characters personally. I mean, we have a few, but
we got Bullseye, Echo, Daredevil, and then we can get a couple, like 3 new cards. Who? Which one?
No, Electro's not a.
No, Elektra.
Oh, Elektra. I'm sorry. Yeah.
So we got 4. We get a couple new variants, and then we get like the Foggy Nelson.
Yeah, that would be that'd be cool.
Like Uncle Ben.
Yeah.
But apparently,
everything Jay wants, he gets. He got an Uncle Ben card.
Jay did get an Uncle Ben card.
Wait, that wasn't real.
No, it is
real.
It's a real thing now. And when he dies, Spider-Man appears.
Like legit,
like literally what you said on the show that you wanted, you got.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Jay said, huh. So the new mode, Jay, if you play enough, you get 3 free cards. One of which is Uncle Ben.
That's hilarious.
And when you destroy Uncle Ben, Spider-Man appears in his place and does his thing, which, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's really funny. I can't believe they...
Joe, you say this like we haven't been telling you. You just get what you want.
That's one of the most messed up.
But I didn't even want it. I just thought the joke was funny.
Okay, well,
look, they heard us.
A little bit more responsible, Jay, with your power. With your
but I want to see Warriors card.
You need to.
Look, what you should want is Spider-Verse 3. Please, Jay, can you say it? Could you just say it would be hilarious if they just let it out, if they just released it out of nowhere? Please, Jay. Because I want it, they're not doing it.
They have to do it at some point.
Even the chick that does the voice, like she's got nothing to do. Her boyfriend played in a shitty fucking football team. She literally has nothing to do, and they can't get her to re-record her fucking lines.
Who's her boyfriend?
Haley Steinfeld, the guy, dude from the Buffalo Bills.
Listen, that means nothing to me. Like I'm just like dude from the Buffalo Bills. I understand that the Buffalo Bills is a team. Like I don't know that I can name one player from the Buffalo Bills. Like if you said a name like of the most popular player, I might be like, oh yeah, I've heard that name before. But
I only know my favorite player in the Buffalo Bills is Haley Steinfeld. She played all of us.
She played all of us. I was just like, I'm not into.
If I told you the name, you still wouldn't know it.
Oh, really? Of the most popular Buffalo Bill?
Heck says neither do the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah, he's still a Buffalo Bill.
I don't know.
Josh Allen.
No, is that really the most popular guy on the Buffalo Bills?
No,
that's her boyfriend.
Quarterback. He's her boyfriend and the quarterback.
I don't know. Like, okay, got it.
I watch football and I have to look it up.
Got it. Okay. So, yeah. But with that said, but no, I actually really like Sanctum Showdown. Like in my mind, it might be my preferred mode to play the game. Like I just like the idea of like fighting over particular locations at a time is kind of cool.
I like it because nobody knows how to play it.
I love decimating my enemies, and I do that in whatever mode they have. So with the same deck I've been using for 8 months, I haven't paid for a season to get new cards or anything. I have like 18,000 tokens. I haven't bought new cards. I've just been using my same old fucking deck, and I'm still decimating everybody.
They just did a series drop mode, so you can probably get a whole bunch of free cards.
Like, I gotta look at
like because your season 3, like in your shop, when for your series 3 cards, they're like, here's a free one. Like you could probably get, you probably can get a few good stuff, like some real good stuff. But
and they finally did something good with the when you get a variant that you already had or something, and it converts it to tokens.
Yeah,
like it's actually a good amount of tokens now.
I agree.
So,
they doubled
for a while. Yeah, for a while it was like, I'm like, what the fuck? Just give me the second card. Shit.
Yeah. No, I agree. Like they've definitely made some good changes in trying to address some of the issues when it comes to actual like card acquisition and all that kind of stuff. So that's cool. But yeah, and look, it's a great game, man. They're adding a lot of interesting cards. Like I know, like the season pass for this season with the prehistoric Avengers is Agamotto, and I actually haven't. Huh?
Tell me when they add a story mode.
That's a tutorial level.
That's fair. No, but I get where you're coming from, Jay. And trust me, if they had a story mode, I would definitely be playing it. Like a story mode would be cool too. So, but yeah.
But yeah, they should have done a Daredevil season this time.
That would have been nice. Yeah. I would have liked that, and it would have been cool to have like, even like, like since they gotten to the point where they're having like multiple cards for characters or whatnot, it would be cool to have like a Daredevil card that did something different.
Like we have like those hand ninjas, like give us a general or something, or Nobu, or
I know who that is.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that there are definitely plenty of characters that would be cool, and I am a little surprised that they didn't have that kind of season synergy, but I'm assuming it might have had something to do with delays for the project, like I'm sure that there was probably a point where they were going to do it, and because maybe the show didn't come out when it was supposed to.
This show is so delayed.
We might as well just start talking about it, because I've been segueing to it since like 10 minutes ago.
Daredevil Born Again is so delayed. The actor that plays White Tiger died like a year before they reshot it.
Yep. Yeah.
Damn.
Real quick.
Also,
no, it's more about gel coat.
When the fourth round would...
Don't you call it?
Does it look good already?
Jumbo Scampi for limited.
All right, Daredevil Born Again. Let's talk about it. Yeah, I mean, I know that we were just speaking about the fact that the show's been a long time coming, and yeah, it did get delayed. There are reshoots and whatnot. If I'm not mistaken, I feel like it was like first announced that this version of the show is coming back, and like I feel like that had to be like 2022, maybe.
Sounds about right. Like I said, the when the actor died, it was 2023, and he had already shot all his stuff.
Yeah,
and the reshoot came in 2024, so 2021 around that time sounds about right.
Yeah, and so I feel like they were definitely
the reshoots in 2024. What were they for?
They shot like 6 episodes and they sucked, so they redid everything.
Revamped the whole thing.
Like Foggy and Karen weren't even in it originally.
Right.
They're not in it now.
Well, I mean,
he can't say that because that's a bait and switch.
Yeah, like literally, like Foggy's in it and then dies, and then she's in it, but she's like, I don't want to be with you.
I get losing Foggy because that's
Yeah.
That's done. But then
Read
Karen
fucking
leaves
comics. Yeah.
and is replaced by a character that's basically just Karen, but with a different name.
A skin tone.
She's not just
She's
Karen.
acting. She's totally acting that Karen's part. Karen could have played that part.
See, and here's the thing.
He's even holding his arm like so that people think he's blind and feeble.
Well, that's what you do with
what's what
visually
Karen
impaired people you care about.
That's what Karen, but that's what Karen did in the Netflix series.
Foggy didn't do it.
Yeah.
Sure, he did. Sometimes.
No, he didn't.
You hold him by the shoulder.
Nah, he knew. But it's different.
Yeah, well, yeah.
She's still not doing what Foggy's doing. She's doing what Karen did.
Got it. So what I'll say is this: we all at this point watch enough television that we know just because somebody gets like killed in episode 1 doesn't mean that you don't see them the rest of the show. Like a lot of shows do that where they have like flashback type things or things like that. So somebody's like technically he could be throughout the season, but what happens. So it's like, and I feel like that same thing with Karen Page, where I mean, on one hand, like she might be back later on. At the same time, too, when you're talking about Born Again, like the actual like comic, it's like Karen's only in it so much as well. So which this is obviously so far kind of different, but
and we know exactly they like to follow comics.
Didn't they say they weren't following the comic? That the Born Again subtitle was just a reference to the fact that they're back?
Right. Yeah, they did. I mean, and keeping in mind too that they kind of like loosely adapted some of the Born Again stuff at the end of the Netflix series.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't want to like necessarily retread all those same themes. But it's interesting because they're definitely touching upon like some of or pulling from other portions of the comic with like Wilson Fisk becoming the mayor of New York. And like that's a whole different part of Daredevil, a whole different series or whatnot. So
Daredevil, Spider-Man, like everybody really, everybody had to when he became mayor, everybody had to deal with him.
Right. There were definitely ramifications throughout all of the Marvel books. So
hand like
especially at the
Hell's
street
Kitchen,
level.
and then like the hand make Hell's Kitchen like really hell or something during that.
Yeah. So let's start with you, Jay, man. Look, since I'm catch you mid drink, what were your initial impressions of this show?
Initially I thought it was all right. Started off okay. Then it got a little slow. Then it turned into a lawyer show.
But you like lawyer shows.
I like ones that are paced like lawyer shows.
He hasn't watched Perry Mason either, so you can't say he likes lawyer shows.
No, I haven't watched Perry Mason yet.
Get him up.
I really want him to watch it because it's so good.
And Perry Mason's fantastic.
He's gonna love it.
You're talking about new Perry Mason, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Tucker Claus says She-Hulk was a lawyer show.
That doesn't help the argument.
But that was paced like a lawyer show. This one isn't. But it's okay. Like, I'm not unenjoying it. And I do like the chemistry between Matt Murdock and Kingpin. They've got a couple of scenes together and they're like really good.
Okay, cool. How about you, Oz? What are you thinking so far?
Well, I don't like the Foggy and Karen bait and switch. You can kill off one of them, but at least keep the other one in the show. And frankly, Karen, I like Karen better. So yeah, she should have been. She needs more screen time. Also, next time you go to your Disney investors meeting, tell them that when they say that something gets released March 4th, it should be released March 4th, like at least by midnight. Because it was like noon. I'm on my lunch break. Oh, I got time to watch an episode real quick. Nope. Says March 4th. Doesn't even tell me what time it's released.
They did their standard 6 p.m. release.
That's what I'm saying.
Like 6 p.m. your time.
Why?
8 p.m. my time.
Like, why? Like, that's still confusing. Like, it still catches me off guard every time they do that shit.
And they were, for Star Wars shit, they would release it at like midnight the night before, right? Some of them?
That I don't remember.
Yeah.
I feel like there's some stuff that they usually do at midnight. Like as soon as it's that date, it's that date.
Yeah, it's like 9 p.m. the day before on the West Coast. And as long as it's midnight East Coast, it's out.
Yeah,
I think
at least put the time on the thing, because I kept going to the screen and it never told me the time. It just said March 4th. I'm like, it's been March 4th for 12 hours.
I don't know it tells you on the thing, like the thing that
I don't remember where.
It didn't say what time,
but it did say.
It didn't say when I looked at it.
No,
okay. I believe you.
So, oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no!
Hey, you look better.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks. I know. He's like, you look better in less light. You know.
There it reminds me of that movie Boomerang where he's banging the old lady and he's like, "Can it get darker in here?"
So those 2 points aside, I enjoyed the show for the most part. Yeah,
it doesn't sound like it, Oz.
It really bugs me that they got rid of Karen, and then I see him with this other chick that's like practically Karen. I'm like, okay, well, I know who that is. I know he's gonna start banging her. Nope, she sets him up with another chick. I'm like, okay, so yeah, we're not following anything now. You're just doing whatever the fuck you want and ignoring what I want. Is it because Jay didn't say he wanted it? That's
100% it. That's 100% it. But
I like the tone. It does feel a little bit like the Netflix series. Something about, I don't think it's as good, but it's not like worlds different. You know, it's like how season 2 wasn't as good as season 1. This is probably on par with like season 2 or 3 so far. We've only got 2 episodes,
right?
So it could be better. And I'm still stinging from the loss of Karen. Don't take away my Deborah Ann Wall.
Oh my god, Moses, how are you feeling about it, man? What do you think?
I fucking loved it. Like, like the shit. Like I feel Disney put their money where they need to. And a lot of these scenes look like panels in the comic, like a splash page almost, especially for Daredevil, like little web slinging scene and shit.
Yeah.
It's like that you know, he just like flew out of the frame, but then you just see him come out on the other edge of the frame going up, you know, and I'm like, and he's like, does he fly? I'm like, no, he's slinging, he's web slinging with that billy club. Like, he got grappling hooks and shit. Like, that's the shit I wanted to, like, it felt like reading a comic book, and then I could just pause it. And I did that today at work. I just paused the first episode where he's just standing and you just see the city. And it's like, dude, this is like, everybody gives John Romita Jr. a lot of shit, but he's one of the great Daredevil artists, you know?
I think the clubs even make a flip sound when he uses them.
And so it like, I think John Romita Jr. did a cameo in it. A couple times.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Like, he's one of the dudes talking in the little video clip thing that the Ben Urich's does. I think that's John Romita Jr., but
oh man,
I could be wrong. In like one of the first ones, but yeah, no, I loved it, and I loved like how it turned into a lawyer show, but that I like it, but that's also what I hate about it. And they did this shit with Netflix where like every season's like, I don't want to be Daredevil. And it's like, shut the fuck up and be fucking Daredevil. Like, and then even the Punisher was like that too. All right, we got him in in that fucking season of Daredevil, and he's being punished and killing motherfuckers. And then it's like episode 1 of Punisher. I don't want to be the Punisher. Like, and it's like, what? Cut the fucking shit. Let's kill some fucking bad guys. Let's fuck them up and let the law do the wheels of justice. Daredevil greases the wheels of justice through his fucking violence, his fucking perseverance, and his morality. Let's cut the shit. All right. I need it to be a lawyer show with a lot of fucking violence in it. And that's my only criticism of it. I still love it, but it could be better.
It has it so far. It is a lawyer show with a lot of violence in it.
No, it's a lawyer show with a little violence in it.
You don't like how much violence or how much more violence do you want?
I mean, he fought dude. He almost killed Bullseye at the beginning of the episode 1, and then he fucked up 2 people at the end of episode 2. That's all the violence I've seen so far. That like from this show. Like, okay, 1 fight per show. Well, so in 2 hours, I gotta wait 80 minutes in between fights. I mean, that's not good enough for me.
I mean, okay, listen. All of a sudden, you want to mess around and say the shows are an hour long, even though every time a Disney show comes on, you always tell me it's 40 minutes and it's 15 minutes of credits.
How long were these? I don't know how long were these. I guess they were dense, and I didn't feel that they were too long because I love the conversation. I love everything about it still. I just want more action. Now, it's not that I want action. I just want him to just cut the shit. You done. This is your 4th season. He didn't mind being Daredevil when he was fucking balls deep in fucking She-Hulk. So why now he don't want to be fucking Daredevil, man? What the fuck?
Well, because he almost killed a guy.
And
he's Catholic. He's guilty.
Daredevil doesn't like killing people.
What the fuck? All he has to do is confess, and then the next week he can almost kill another guy again, and he'll be fine. He's fucking Catholic. Like, what the fuck? It's not like he's an evangelist. Like
he's a good Catholic.
No, there's no good Catholic. The only good that Catholic. Sorry, I jarbled the line. No. I want him to beat the fuck out of bad guys.
And he's also a fictional character, so he could be a good Catholic.
Wow. See,
look, he could be Jesus in that case. Yeah.
Oh wow. See, there it is.
By the way, the first episode is an hour long, and the credits start at 56.
Okay.
So you get you get pretty much the full hour.
That's like a solid hour. Okay.
All right. And then episode 2 is what?
Oh, I gotta go to episode.
I think it's like 40 minutes, maybe 45.
49. It's like 49, and the credits start at
36.
4.
Okay. Yeah. So in 120 minutes, you get so that means I actually have to wait. Yeah, I wait about 80 minutes between fights.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you were right.
Yeah. Look, Larry, just because I smoke weed and shit doesn't mean I can't calculate time.
That's it. It's like, I think that's exactly what it means, Mo. No, but no. Hey, I won't begrudge you.
I'm hoping that the fight at the end of episode 2 was okay, now I'm back in. Like, I didn't want to do this. You brought me back in. Now I'm Daredevil again. And now he's going to fuck more people up. I'm hoping. I don't know.
I don't feel like that like, I don't know that that's what would happen.
I know I'm usually wrong about these things, but I can be hopeful.
Yeah. What was
Hex? I actually missed. Hex said, he said, was there a Ash Wednesday episode? I want to see Daredevil, a lawyer with a ash on his forehead, and then it's like, oh, it's in my eyes. I'm JK. I'm blind. Where's that?
Yeah, no, that's not happening.
As much as I still love this, like, because it's still like some of my favorite part. Like, I mean, when we talk about that, what was that name of that series? With the one that Frank Miller did with John Romita with Stick and everything, like the origin one. But
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
But
oh geez,
again, a lot of that was just introspection and him relating to people, and and all that shit. Like a lot of those. So I don't mind it, but I do need to like. I get more action in these like FBI episodes, procedural things that aren't really procedural. You know what I mean? Like, 911 and all these. So it's like, you know what? Let's bring that to this. I want a little more action here. I want a little more sexiness and a little more violence. Like, let's cut the shit.
The Man Without Fear. That was Ramita Jr. I don't know if he did.
Yeah, no, but that was one of the series, but that's not the one that.
Yeah, I can't think of. I'm trying to think of what it is, but I don't remember off the top because it wasn't a mini series though, right? It was.
Yeah, it was. But it's like when they introduced like, it was like Frank Miller's like
from
retelling.
Sticks Pass.
Yeah, from Sticks Pass. Yeah, but either way, like that's like I don't mind Daredevil issues where they do a lot of talking, but like this is 2 episodes of a lot of talking, and the talking's good, but I need more fun. The way things are going right now, and I want to escape reality into television. I want to see him fuck up bad guys. Yeah,
mm-hmm.
And
he's not doing it enough.
Really good. I mean, the Kingpin and him in that diner.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Mention of 2 X's meeting again.
Yeah. And you know what? And I was pissed also. I did have a criticism. I don't like skinny fucking Kingpin, but this motherfucker Vincent D'Onofrio has enough gravitas. Like he's heavy as fuck.
Yeah.
Like, without being fucking fat. So it's like he can be Kingpin. He's probably the only dude get to play Kingpin thin.
You're probably right. Like look, Oz actually nailed it. It was Daredevil, the Man Without Fear.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's the only thing that popped up when I looked up Frank Miller and Romita.
Yeah.
Daredevil.
Yeah,
that's good stuff.
Those were good.
And that's a lot of drama. A lot, the fighting is all what do they call that? Damn it.
Shaky cam?
No, it's all not
CG?
sequential, but
like the long shots, like with the.
No, they say it in the courtroom where it's like the type of evidence like that can't hold up. What is it? Circumstantial. Yeah, the violence in those issues are all circumstantial. Like they're just part to move along the plot,
Mm-hmm.
And they do it well. And so I hope this series. I just want a little more violence from it. That's all.
Yeah. And
that's
I mean,
thing too. Like I don't, people can enjoy it without these feelings. I'm enjoying it with these feelings. So
right. I definitely like, watching it initially, I'm like, oh wow, like we're out here getting like Bullseye versus Daredevil hardcore head on right out the gate.
Yeah.
And it's a great way to like to kick off the new series, right? Yeah. But I am with you in the sense that I definitely hope that we get to see Daredevil full costume doing his thing. Like, like it would be nice to see him even like maybe fight some ninjas or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, like I think Jay already said he wanted to see Stiltman, so that'll probably happen. But, well, like it's not what I'm looking for personally, but I'll take it. I'll take Stiltman.
I don't think we're going to see any of the Hand.
And that might be true. And again, it doesn't have to be Hand. It could just be a ninja.
Well, it could be like different assassins too, like from
I mean, we don't know who sent or if anybody sent Bullseye. Like he could have just been on his own, but he could also been sent.
Yeah, but keeping in mind, like that all happens like a year prior.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Like, I mean, I guess something like fallout from that could come back. We'll see.
I know. I'm trying. It was probably just him.
Did you guys see the cops' tattoos?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I didn't like it. They're not authorized.
Well, I think that's part of what, because I think the Punisher's supposed to be in it too.
He was in the trailer.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he's getting a one-shot special.
I never watched the trailer, so.
Well, there's going to be a Punisher one-shot
at
some point too.
Yeah, I can't wait.
It's gonna be like before this series ends, I think.
Oh, the one shot is gonna happen before the series ends?
Either before or like right after, because it's connected.
Oh wow.
Nice.
That's gonna be fun.
I mean,
yeah, I remember you all mentioning that. I think that was last week.
I already bought my shirt.
I didn't know. You already bought your Punisher shirt?
Yeah, I bought it yesterday.
Is it the one with the new like Oni looking logo?
No, fuck no. If Disney ain't even using that, why would I buy that? I actually like that storyline, but I'm a Frankencastle man, so I got that one.
Frankencastle, gotcha. Okay, cool. Is there? I mean, look. These days, I try to stay away to a certain degree from spoilers. I try to keep up with the news, but try to stay away from the spoilers. So I don't know, like necessarily all the guests that are going to be, in this show. Like I know, like when Bullseye showed up, I did not remember or realize that was something that was going to happen. So I was like pleasantly surprised when that's how the show started. I know, like I said, Punisher's going to be there. Is there anybody else that you all are hoping that we get to see throughout the course of this show?
Well, they already said Spider-Man won't be making an appearance.
Yeah, no, I was not thinking that was going to happen.
I don't think they can.
Spoilers.
He does get a shout out, though.
I was hoping he was. I didn't know he wasn't. You guys spoiled it for me.
Yeah, they made that announcement. I forget exactly when, but they made it loud enough for me to hear it.
I feel though like it doesn't necessarily make as much sense the other way around. Like not only from, obviously there's the whole legal aspect of things as far as like, real world reasons why, a Tom Holland Spider-Man might not be able to be in this show, but even from
you just doing CGI.
Well, but I think the point more so is just from a story perspective. It's like, we see Spider-Man and Daredevil hang out in the comics because they're friends. And that's because, they're heroes like that kind of came up together, like Daredevil and Spider-Man in the MCU, they don't have that kind of relationship, and it's like,
I mean, he's Spider-Man's lawyer.
Well, yeah,
but he was back until he did the deal with Mephisto, right?
Wait, what?
In the movie, like he does a deal where they don't like the cast spell. Yeah, so they don't know.
Right.
Like now he doesn't know who the fuck he is.
That's true. Like, yeah, I didn't even think about that aspect. I was just thinking more so like, yeah, if Peter Parker needs legal help, then yeah, of course, it makes sense for Matt Murdock to show up. But the other way around, it's like, what is Peter Parker like even doing? Like, why would she come visit Matt Murdock? Like, or
there's
Daredevil.
A lot of crime in Hell's Kitchen. That's part of New York, which is his territory.
Yeah, listen.
I mean, they do chill together again, but that's what goes back to Larry's thing. Like they chill together because they're working similar beats,
Yeah.
And in the movies, they don't do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, they're
similar
adults.
beats, and they have similar like values,
right?
Which this Daredevil does not have those values.
Oh no, I wouldn't say that. Like, would you say that?
I would say this Spider-Man doesn't have the same values. Yeah.
Like, I'm not sure that Spider-Man and Daredevil's values are that different in the MCU as far as their MCU counterparts.
Maybe now, but back when they were really friends, like Daredevil had like that huge like value of life thing going on that Spider-Man also had.
Wait, are you talking about in the comics right now? Or are you talking about in the MCU? Oh, in the comics.
In this show, he doesn't have that same value of life. Like, he's starting to have it a little, but he
Are you talking about Daredevil in the MCU?
Yeah.
Like the whole point he doesn't want to be there was because he almost killed the guy. He didn't even kill him. He almost did.
Yeah, now. But before he was tossing people out a window, like off of buildings, and not caring whether they lived or died.
He knew they would survive. They fell in a dumpster. Nobody dies if you fall in a dumpster.
Yeah, that's not
like that's
how
science.
That
that's science.
I'm pretty sure that's how that works, Joe. Like that,
it was a 5-story building, but it was a dumpster. So
there's a lot of cardboard in
there. There's
a
lot of cardboard boxes.
Yeah, I'm just saying he doesn't have the same value for life.
Okay. No, that's fair. That's fair, I guess. I don't share the opinion, but I can respect it. So, it's interesting too, the references that Kingpin, like the how they like basically kind of just give you the slight reference to Echo, and then don't go back. Like, yeah, we're, that was a way, but
I mean, he's
it's almost like
scars.
That's true. That's true. That's true. So I'll give them that.
I do like that Daredevil straight up says, "Didn't she shoot you in the face?"
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, that was crazy. But it's wild because it definitely feels though like, say, if you went straight from the Netflix show to this, you wouldn't really feel like you missed much.
Yeah, but then if you watch Echo, I'd feel sorry for you.
I mean,
I
don't know. Like, they're whatchamacallit. There's worse things you could have been watching. Like,
if you read the comics and then had to watch it,
yeah, no. I'll give you that. Like, they definitely don't do the character justice if you know what the character is like in the comic books. But at the same time, too, I don't know, man. It's like they took that character very far away from her origins in the comics, even. Where at this point, I guess because they were trying to build her up, which I don't know why they didn't.
Well, they're trying to make it
what she was
recognizable to what you're going to see on the fucking app.
No. They're like, I mean, she was the Phoenix. That's not recognizable to what's on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
So.
How did you guys feel about them acknowledging that White Tiger's power comes from the amulet?
That's cool.
Because they could have just made him a vigilante, like straight up, just like Daredevil.
Yeah. And I like that. Like, I liked that they did it because I like that it's like closer to what the comics are like. But I also liked the idea that it was like kind of nonchalant. Like, he's like, "Oh no, I didn't have my mystical amulet or my costume or my mystical amulet." And I was just like, "Oh, well, I love how we're just gonna gloss over the mystical amulet."
Well, even like when he says it to the judge and like the prosecutor is like, "What the hell is he talking about?" But at the same time, this is a universe that like aliens came down and there's magic. Like, this isn't
an alien came and snapped all of existence half the way.
Like, even before that, you still have Doctor Strange. Like, they know about Doctor Strange now.
And Doctor Strange's not that far from there either. Like I thought they passed by his house when they were walking in the first episode.
He might still come in as an expert witness, right?
Yeah.
On the mystical amulet.
Yeah.
It's like, no, definitely wasn't used.
Dude, what if like Brother Voodoo comes? Because like he's more in line with the White Tiger, like because they're from the Caribbean too.
Yeah, that would be wild. That would be wild.
I guess that's what I want to see. Like, I don't know who's coming or not, but if we get a Brother Voodoo in it as an expert witness, I'll be down.
Yeah,
I like to see Luke Cage show up.
Yeah, they're not gonna do that.
That would be pretty cool. It really would be. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't necessarily need everybody to show up in this one show, but it would be cool just to be able to see like some of those folks. Because I like, it's sad because I can honestly say that while I enjoyed the show, I don't necessarily need to see or have any desire for the return of the same actor for Iron Fist. Like, it's like, I get it that that was like the show that performed the least, and so I'm willing to make that sacrifice. But I feel like everybody else I would like to see.
I mean, I would like them to have a good Iron Fist, and even if it's him, it's just more well done, I guess, is what I would want. Like, and this is kind of this episode. I feel that this Daredevil series right now it's close to what we got, but it's also more well done too. Like, I feel it's a little better than in terms of a quality program. The pacing and everything, and I enjoyed a lot of it. So even the costume, like they put money into it, like, and the scenes, like giving us these little like splash pagey scene looking things. So I'm in for it, and they can. I don't, especially with comic book stuff. I don't believe in recasting or rebooting. Just make another good one. Like, you had a couple bad issues, make a good issue. Get a new creative team in there.
I thought White Tiger's amulet was related to Kung Lung. Am I wrong? Is it somewhere else?
It's Puerto Rico.
It's a good question. I honestly don't know. Like, White Tiger is definitely one of those characters that I have a bit of a blind spot with. I know
Hispanic and you don't like Latinos.
No, I love Latinos.
And the current one's a girl too, so that's like 2 strikes against.
That's why Larry.
That's like, No, it's not that I don't care. I just don't. I don't know the
I just want
origin of the amulet.
I just want Rand to show up to annoy Lawrence.
You want who to show up?
Rand, Iron Fist.
Oh, it wouldn't annoy
show
me.
Just to annoy you. Like him and Luke Cage walking by, like, hey, stop your crime before you get fisted.
Whoa. Okay. But yeah, I don't know where the amulet actually comes from. That's a good question.
I thought it was. I could be mixing up my mystical planes of existence.
Yeah. It's funny because
I don't like the costume though. That's one of the things.
Well, it's interesting because I feel where you're coming from, because I know it kind of, like, when I first saw it, it kind of put me off a little bit too, because I'm like, oh, that's an interesting choice.
It's just like a hoodie and some sweats, like.
Well, but then the other part was like, okay, but then do I want it to be like the full body sock kind of thing? Like, I guess, do we want him to look like Black Panther but in all white?
Yeah.
That's
what he looks like, right?
Well, that's what he looks like in the comic.
Like, how would you want Daredevil if Daredevil was just a dude in the hoodie? Like, I mean, we got 3 seasons of that. We got 3 seasons of that on Netflix, but like,
yeah.
Like, I want to see the costume. Like, let's cut the shit. This ain't fucking CW. We like the Marvel movies and MCU have taught us that, like, if you make the costume look good, it can work on screen. And so let's cut the shit. Like, let's have a good costume. Yeah.
So you're thinking, like,
definitely. I mean, you say that, but the Man Without Fear costume was like generic as fuck, but still looked really good.
Right. But I only want to see that for a little bit. I don't want to see it for a whole season. And that's what we got. I want to see the fucking Daredevil costume.
I will agree though. When he actually puts on the Daredevil costume, it's like, oh, here we go. Let's go.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. But I read fucking comics. He's been having that costume my entire fucking life. I don't need to feel that. Like, I want to feel that from the first episode and watch it happen throughout the rest of the season. Like, I don't need his transition in costumes. Like, if it's story driven, whatever, that's fine. Changes a little bit. Yeah, all right. I just want to be Daredevil in this costume the whole time. Yeah.
I'm looking at this concept art here of the costume.
Share it.
And that's not what we saw, right?
That's no. Well, we didn't get a good look of it. He had that mask, but we didn't get a good look.
Right, and he had a hoodie over it too.
Well, and that costume in this image looks like it has a hoodie too.
Yeah. Like, if it looks like this, like, I think I'm cool with it, but
but that's not what it looked like when he was fighting.
Yeah, I feel like it didn't look like that either.
Yeah, like I thought George Zimmerman was gonna come and shoot him.
Jesus, yeah, man. I'm just like it. That costume is not like when I saw that image, I was like, I don't remember. I feel like it looked a lot less sleek than that.
Yeah,
but maybe who knows? Maybe it was a makeshift kind of.
He
thing.
looked like an urban youth in the white hoodie.
Urban
youth. Okay, well.
He was fighting for his Skittles.
Here's a picture. I mean, it's mostly a picture of his ass, but it's a set photo.
Yeah.
So kinda like he's got the mask. It's still not a great shot though. I don't know why I put that up.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, listen, concept art and reality don't always match up. So,
The good thing is he's dead, so we won't have to see too much of him.
Come on, man.
Well, they can give it to his niece now.
Oh yeah. Thank you, Oz, for giving me hope.
I mean, you think she's gonna look better in the costume?
Yeah, she could alter it. Like, she doesn't have to put on the exact.
One thing I know about American television is they're not gonna let a woman walk around in a baggy ass hoodie.
That's true.
Yeah, I guess we'll see. All right. Well, listen. Should we go ahead and rate this bad boy? And unless anybody has something else they want to talk about or say about Daredevil Born Again. No? Okay, cool. Jay, what would you rate Daredevil Born Again, like the premiere episodes?
I would give it a 4. I enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
There could have been more action-y.
Okay. Oz, what would you rate Daredevil Born Again?
I'm gonna go with 5, just because I was angry that I have to wait a week to watch the next episode.
There it is. Moses Magnum, what would you rate Daredevil Born Again?
It's a 5 for me too. Like I loved it. It felt like reading comics, and yeah, as critical as I am about it, I'm critical about comics too. And it's fucking Daredevil, one of the first comics I ever read in my entire life. So what the fuck? I'll be mad that I get a live action version of it. Fuck that. Yeah, this shit's a 5.
Yeah, I gotta give it a 5 too, just because I think also the idea that there was people that were very much concerned about Disney trying to follow what the Netflix show had the tone that they had set, and if I think folks had concerns on whether Daredevil was going to go be soft and come across as not as good.
They act like the Netflix one wasn't Disney. Like, it was still ABC Studios. That's owned by Disney.
Yeah. Well, hey, I'm not here to try to pretend like the public's informed all the time.
How do you feel about this shot? Does that do anything for you?
It's cool. It's okay. Yeah.
I mean, the mask itself, like the mask looks fine. I think it's just a matter of what's happening with that collar, and it looked like he had like a high.
I'm pretty sure he like stuffs it.
Yeah. I mean, we're just saying.
Like, if it's a tactical thing that protects his neck from like getting stabbed or something, then I'm in. Turtleneck, Kevlar turtleneck for the win. But yeah, I don't know. The suit just looks too baggy. Like,
I'm sure we'll get a better shot of it as the show goes on. So, but yeah, 5 out of 5 for me. I'm enjoying it thoroughly. I'm looking forward to see what happens with the next of these episodes. It's a 9-episode run, if I'm not mistaken. It's going to premiere.
Larry, can you just tell them to just give us all of them?
Look, Disney is very adamant about having they want to have like the experiential television thing. They want to be able.
What the fuck?
They want people to be able to talk about it week to week.
Yeah, but we don't need to.
Well, listen, you don't want to, but there are people that do.
No, nobody does.
People, we're talking about it literally right now.
Right at the beginning, and we're not going to talk about it till it's over.
The whole point of streaming stuff was to binge watch.
Right.
Yeah, but You look, but you
Look,
act
they
like
give us they shorten our attention spans. They give us programming and they gratify us in the moment, and then now they take it away from us. What kind of shit is that?
hey,
What are they
man,
trying to keep the fire hot in our romance? Fuck that. I
there
want my
are
shit now. I want it over. I want to be done with the season by Saturday.
hey, I get it, but different people want different things.
There is no different people. We're all the same, Larry. I don't make differences between color, race, creed, or gender. Like,
there it is.
We all want to binge it.
I want to watch it all now just so I can go back and start from season 1 and watch the whole thing again.
Right. That's literally how I watch Seinfeld, like, and Modern Family and Curb Your Enthusiasm. Yeah. And
Jay,
Sopranos.
would you also prefer to have it all at once, Jay?
I have no preference for this show.
Gotcha. Okay, that's fair.
That's now it's his fault. I'm not gonna get it.
Hey, I tried.
I mean, you can always wait until it's over and then just binge it.
You know, here's the problem with that. And again, I'm all you streaming services. Listen, by the time if I do wait, by the time it's over, I don't give a fuck. Like I'm already moved on to something else that gave me what I wanted. So, and that's you know that's a sad truth. Like everybody loves Paradise. The final episode just came out, and I'm like, I'll wait till it's over. And now I'm like, you know what? I'm not even gonna watch it anymore.
Like, you should watch it. It's really
good. I should, but I'm not gonna.
Okay, it's legit your loss because it's a great show. It's really good.
I'm sure on my deathbed I'm gonna regret not watching it.
You will. Yeah. Much like you'll regret not reading the Kieran Gillen Eternals.
Yeah, I'm really gonna regret that.
That's what I'm telling you, man. Yeah, I'm trying my best. I'm like
Lady ass Makari.
It's not a female Makari in that book.
Then why do I have a female card in Snap?
Because it's the movie one.
Makari was a woman in the movie?
Yeah.
Damn, they're so unrecognizable in the movie.
yeah, but they have a classic Makari. I have the classic Makari card too. The chunky white dude that looked like he looks slow, but he running. Like I'm pretty sure it's like a John Romita Jr. Makari.
It ain't. Send me a screenshot.
Okay. There it is. So
fucking Eternals.
Listen, now I gotta go look to see if I can find the variant. But anyway,
I gotta go. Cool. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
Okay, cool. Let's let's hit some news music, and we can start doing that.
Comic book news. We should have a comic book like Colonel. Well, not like that, but like.
There it is, comic book news. Okay. So, Oz, talk to the people about the leaks, the MCU potential leaks.
So one of the concept artists that they use for the movies, either the artist or his assistant or somebody accidentally added or uploaded a bunch of images to some online portfolio that they have, and a lot of people think that that's spoiling or at least hinting at what's to come. And are we going to show them? I have them loaded up.
Show them. Yeah, go for it.
And a lot of these end up kind of talking about the Doomsday stuff, because there's a lot of Doomsday images. Is that Mo in the second? Like, is he got a new? It's distracting me down there. So now, and we did say earlier that concept images don't translate to what we actually end up seeing.
Not necessarily, right?
I don't think Doomsday is going to look this badass.
You don't think so?
No, I really don't. I wish.
Well,
I hope he does. I don't think he's gonna look like this.
I mean, look, it looks like definitely a God Emperor Doom kind of thing going on.
Yeah, and there's another one where he's actually in white too.
Mm-hmm.
So, this is the next one. Yeah.
Yeah.
People are saying that this is Franklin.
Mm-hmm.
I've also heard that people don't think Valeria is gonna be in it, but they're gonna have Franklin, which I think is a mistake because I like Valeria.
Well, if you're gonna have a
I
Doom,
also like her.
And if you have a Doom that like makes sense, like the easiest way to do that is through Valeria.
Right.
It's just the way like he delivers her, and the whole reason why she's named Valeria is such a badass story.
Mm-hmm.
But everybody focuses on the boy.
Well, they don't read fucking comics. Is the thing.
Still chilling with White Vision, which I think Vision Quest is one of the next shows coming up.
Yeah. Like, I don't know why would they be friends?
Yeah. People think this is part of Battle World because there was the Hulk section. I guess this is supposed to be Scar.
Yeah.
So hopefully they fix his hair.
I mean, hopefully they fix his origin.
I don't think you can do this scene not with the Hulk we have now. I guess this could be like a variant Hulk.
Why can't you do it with the Hulk we have now?
Because the Hulk we have now is more Banner than Hulk.
Well, we don't have a Hulk in the MCU. We have.
That's what I mean. He's more Banner. He's like Banner but big. And the Hulk here, like just this image makes me think he's a leader among men, and that's not Banner. Smart dude, but he's not.
Well, that's a Planet Hulk. Everybody there is irradiated. Look at behind in the background. Everybody's green.
That's true.
Yeah.
This is the one that gets people attention because people think this is the Young Avengers, and obviously led by Wong and Quill again there.
Now, why Quill?
Because Jay likes him.
People are completely ignoring the fact
Guardians fan.
People are completely ignoring that. Like when people talk about this image, nobody's talking about Dupe. Why is look? He's right here.
Oh, I didn't.
Why
even
is nobody talking about Dupe?
Yeah, that can't be a thing. Dupe. That's
I don't know when this is supposed to happen because we haven't introduced Speed yet. Like he's the only character here that hasn't been introduced.
I mean,
we know he's out there from the Agatha show, yeah.
Yeah,
but he's not like he's in full costume here. He's obviously got to have like a series or something where he gets to this point. And Wiccan had a,
maybe Vision Quest.
That's true.
Yeah. Plus, I don't think he has to have a series. Hey,
he
that's my dog. Talking about Dupe. That's my dog. Cats love Dupe.
Yeah, I love Dupe. Well, I love that whole set of X-Force. I know, Larry, you're not a fan.
Yeah,
and I know everybody here hates the art, so
it's badass T'Challa. People don't know if this is supposed to be a variant of T'Challa because there's rumors that he's being recast, or if this is supposed to be a grown-up version of T'Challa's kid,
right?
That they introduced in that Black Panther movie.
Mm-hmm.
So it could go either way, but the costume is awesome.
That joint does definitely.
Well, even that looks like the old ancestor, like the background and everything there.
Oh yeah, and it gets better. There.
Yeah, that looks like the old ancestor, like one of the first Black Panthers.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with that weird sword thing going on down here.
He wants to reach around.
Is that what he wants? So, yeah, but I know, like, it definitely made the internet a buzz. So, that's like, it'll be interesting to see what they actually end up doing because the show, well, the source material is fantastic. They'd be smart to like actually draw from as much of it as they can. But we'll have to end up seeing. I mean, we're still a whiles out before we get to any of those Avengers movies, though, right? Like at least 2 years or so, or is it 2026 that the first one comes out? Yeah, I don't even know.
So says Dupe is an X-Men character, and they haven't introduced the MCU version yet. Perhaps he'll be our ticket to the MCU X-Men.
They could just call him an alien too.
Mm-hmm.
They're right. That would be wild if Dupe was like, that's how we get.
Or even just a figment of Deadpool's imagination.
Oh, jeez. All right, looks like we got a guest jumping on. Ladies and gentlemen, friend of the show, Ed Davis.
Hey, how are you guys doing?
How are you, Ed?
I'm good. Actually, just wrapped up my own show and jumping on with you guys. So thank you for having me on.
Of course, always, man. You're always welcome on Fantastic Forum. So talk to us, man. Tell us what's going on. What's the latest with your campaign?
So we're actually at the last 48 hours now, and this is for the 10th issue of Immortal Era. So it is funded. It funded, I think, 2 days ago. So now it's funded. We're just trying to hopefully unlock some stretch goals. Thank you. And yeah, it's I'm just happy. It was a lot harder campaign. It is crazy time to do a Kickstarter right now. Is what I'm finding is people like I compare this to when I was running them during COVID and when people were getting those stimulus checks and like, we'll buy every book. Fuck it. We don't care. It's like, they're just buying everything. And now it's a lot more discriminating where even some of my regulars are saying like, look, times are just tough. I'm not able to afford the book. And I understand. I mean, you gotta pay your bills before you buy comic books, but we're funded and issue 10, it's completely ready to go. I'm actually finished with issues 10, 11, and 12 right now. So we'll have 10, 11, and 12 all released this year, as well as the other series. I don't know if I talked to you about the Floaters book that I've been working on. And that one, I've started the artwork on that one. And that's based on all kinds of crazy stuff I went through when I started to develop floaters and had to have multiple eye surgeries. And the entire book was written in hospital waiting rooms.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm just sitting there. It was one day I was stuck in waiting rooms for 17 hours, split among like 3 different hospitals, one sending me to the next one and then the next one. And the nurse, I'm just sitting there. Nurse is like, what can I get you? I'm like, you give me a pad of paper, you get me a pen, and I just need to write this down because I have this story that's just kind of blowing up in my head. And I just wrote it where, okay, the floaters that you develop, they're not just, something that happens with the eye. They're actually parasites that infect the brain and make anyone who gets them homicidal killers. So this story just kind of unfolded. And then as I was leaving the hospital that day, I'm attacked by a homeless woman. I'm like, okay, never mind. I got to revise the story because that shit's going in there. Like this story is now writing itself because the homeless woman that attacked it now became kind of the main character of the story and the catalyst that makes everything happen because the story went one direction, but I'm like, I can't leave that out. It's like, this is a lot of it's autobiographical and that's too good to not put in. So that one's going to be coming out. Hopefully summertime, we'll be doing a Kickstarter for that. So every few months, a new Immortal Era campaign, the Floaters one, and then I have another Dracula versus Sherlock Holmes story that I'm working on, and that one should be sometime before the end of the year as well. So lots of stuff this year. I'm hoping 6 new campaigns at least, and then putting out the trade for the second story arc of Immortal Era as well. So lots of stuff. Keeping myself busy.
Good.
And really quick, I'm looking at the Kickstarter right now, and tell us about Cthulhu Invades Fairy Tales.
Okay, yeah, and actually that's one that I'm a part of. It's an anthology series that's run by Orange Cone Comics, and what they do is they do 24 different stories, and different creators write it. They're from either 4 to 12 pages long, and we're taking Grimm's fairy tales and combining them with Lovecraft mythology. And this is the preview edition, what you get in there. It's a preview edition of volume 1. And the first 4 art teams that finished got to be a part of the preview edition. So my team was the second one that finished, so we got to be featured in that one. And the story that I adapted was I took the fisherman and his wife from the Grimm's fairy tale and merged it with different Deep Ones mythology. So for the ones that the Cthulhu Invades Fairy Tales, the version that you would get if you backed this Kickstarter, they only printed 100 of them for each creator. So I have 100 copies, and they don't ever reprint those. What happens next is the actual anthology, which is that one is hopefully next month of the full thick trade paperback will be in. But this is the preview one, and I think I'm down to like my last 40 copies of that one. And it has the Snow White and Cthulhu story. Mine, it has the Three Billy Goats Gruff and the ugly duckling, but they made it the ugly elfling. And it's a great anthology because we just got the digital copy of the anthology yesterday. Mm-hmm. And yeah, there's some great stories in there. And there's going to be 3 volumes, and I'm going to have stories in all 3 of them. So once that's done, he's going to move into Cthulhu Invades 100 Acre Woods. So I have to try to think, how am I going to combine Winnie the Pooh and Lovecraft mythology? So that'll be interesting. But the next 3 years, you're going to get volume 2 will be launching this year, releasing next year, and then volume 3, same thing, launching in 2026 and releasing 2027. So they usually launch sometime in October or November and then come out in January or February. But with the whole tariff thing, because the books were going to come from China, it's a friggin' mess.
Fuck.
But the preview edition, we got that right now. Those are in hand because those were printed in Florida. I think he printed them. And it's a 24-page floppy, but it has those first 4 stories in it.
Yeah.
How's the tariff affected like your bottom line? Like if you don't mind giving figures, like
for me, it's raised it. Like a lot of the printing I do just out here in America in different print shops. That doesn't really get affected because they print locally. But that's what I'm doing. Like if I'm doing issue 10, I don't print too many copies of it. I print usually about 150 because I know people, they're waiting for the trade. You're not going to sell a lot of copies of issue 10. But when I print the trade, it raises it up about $3 a book. And that adds up. Like, when I print 1,000 of them, that's a lot of money that's getting added to my bottom line. And that's like
adding 25% to the cover price.
Yeah, and then people are less likely to buy. Like, okay, now my volume 2 of the trade's $30 instead of 25.
Yeah,
and they're gonna be like, well, what the heck? And it's like, you don't understand. All those come from China, and with these tariffs, it's raised everything up. But it's also really affected ship time. Like the Cthulhu Invades Fairy Tales, that story, he sent it to print in October. So it's been sent to print in October, and we're still waiting for them to come to shore. So it's a big mess. Luckily, he ordered them before all the prices raised up, but still, now you just have to sit and wait.
Right. Man, that is insanity.
I know. I'm actually right now, because I'm like, I know I bought that Cthulhu Invades the Fairyland, and I forgot to send them my the email where I want my digital copy.
I just bought it right now as he was telling us about it. That's why I asked.
Thank you. It's a great anthology. He's done. I think this is his 3rd different one because he did Cthulhu Invades Oz, Cthulhu Invades Neverland, and now this is the 3 that will be from the Grimm fairy tales because there's so many to draw from with the Grimm fairy tale. Mm-hmm. So yeah, this one, and I kind of stuck with the smaller, lesser known Grimm's fairy tales because I thought those ones are going to be more fun to adapt because most people don't even know them. Because the second one I did the Golden Touch, and the 3rd one I'm doing is the Brave Little Tailor. So I'm kind of picking the lesser known ones because it's fun to play with those ones and really just dig deep in the mythology of Lovecraft. Because I went in honestly very blind about Lovecraft. I didn't read a lot of Lovecraft because his work is so dense. I mean, it's like he's just showing off with his vocabulary. I'm like, dude, take it easy. We get the point. But yeah, I had to dig deep. So, I mean, I've learned to love it, but it took a while. It wasn't like Edgar Allan Poe where it's an instant love. It's like, all right, it's going to take a minute.
It's almost like Shakespeare where you need like...
It is.
Yeah, I need give me the you know the layman's terms. Like,
where's the one for the simpleton like me? I'm not good for all this shit, and it's just like I don't need 4 pages describing this portal, but you know that's how he does it. Like I said, very Shakespeare, and I find listening to it's better. So I did I bought the book because I know like all right, shit, I just got hired to do a story, and I've never read any Lovecraft, so. Like I need to get in, I need to dig deep. And luckily my assistant editor, he's a big Lovecraft guy. He's read everything multiple times. So I'm like, you just tell me what stories I need to read. And I tried to read them and still I'm just like, oh, I feel like a moron reading this. So I just started listening to them. And I think listening to them, you get a better flow of the words and it makes it more understandable. Almost like listening to Shakespeare. You see it performed and the rich language doesn't bury you like it normally does. So that's how I got it deep into Lovecraft, and now I don't even need my assistant editor. I'm like, all right, I got this. I can tell this story, and I kind of know where it needs to go. But man, it was not easy, and it's like all right, you have a gig where you have a deadline and you're getting paid, and you had better be an expert because I've seen Reddit. They will fuck you up if you get it wrong.
Yeah,
it's true.
If I may suggest something for the 100 Acre Woods, I would like a color out of space would kind of work in the 100 Acre Woods, but also Mountains of Madness. Like instead of going up the mountain, maybe like going in a cave. Right? Like Winnie the Pooh's like, I never seen this cave hole before. Let me climb in.
That would be really good. That's something I haven't read those. I read the ones that I needed to read to get this one, but those ones. They'll be next on my list because I'm already going to try to get the outline ready because even though it's not even going to come out till probably 2027, it's going to take. He's going to start the submissions and start the art, so I'll probably need the pitch by summer. So there you go. I know 2 to listen to now to try to merge in with the 100 Acre Woods.
There it is. Shout out to Taken Tugboat. He just mentioned. I said that. There's a full chapter in Call of Cthulhu that's just dedicated to the sewer system.
Oh, wow. Yeah. There you go. So, Cthulhu invades the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. There's the next one.
Well, that's kind of low key. Like that's kind of what Krang is. That little like amorphous thing, like the Dimension X thing.
Yeah, very Lovecraftian.
Yeah,
from an alternate dimension. So yeah, I can see that. For sure.
It's true. Going back to Immortal Era, you mentioned before that you're trying to just hit stretch goals now. So what kind of stretch goals is it that people can be looking forward to if they want to donate at this point?
The next one we're trying to unlock is, I believe it's the Garbage Pail Kids homage cover, like an actual sticker of it.
Nice.
Trying to look where we're at. I know we've unlocked a lot. We're getting the magnet, so we've unlocked so far the digital comic bundle, the cover magnets, the 3 different cover magnets, the standard cover sticker just got unlocked. And if we hit 3,500, then everyone will get the actual like Garbage Pail Kids size sticker of the Garbage Pail Kids homage cover.
That's cool.
So yeah, I really wanted a Garbage Pail Kids cover. So I started reaching out to every Garbage Pail Kids artist on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram, and finally find one. James Michael Hammond, he finally was like, yep, I'm a Garbage Pail Kids artist. Let's do it. And he made it for me. There's legalities we had to follow. That's why if you look at the title, it doesn't look like a standard Garbage Pail Kid because in his contract, he can't make it look like that. So the only way you can make it look exactly like a Garbage Pail Kid is if you hired a non-Garbage Pail Kid artist to do it just in that style. But to me, it was more important to have an actual artist from Topps do the work to know that you're getting a real Garbage Pail Kid artist who did this cover.
Nice. No, that's very cool.
I'm proud to say that that's my tier that I'm getting that cover.
So it's so cool. It's our main character Ari like just jumping up and slicing the head of one of the cannibals, and done in a Garbage Pail Kid style.
So
he did such a good job. He's actually we're actually working on him doing every main character as a Garbage Pail Kid, but we're just gonna do one like every few issues.
Okay, nice.
Mo, before you play it,
no, I played it already. Like I day one, yeah.
I was gonna suggest the Draw You in issue 12 pledge.
Yeah. That one we still have it. We're actually the only pages of issue 12 that aren't done are those two last pages, because you get the opportunity to be drawn in two different ways. Do you want to be a cannibal eating someone else, or do you want to be someone being eaten by a cannibal? So you get to pick. And I think my drawn tiers are always so morbid that I don't know if people want to do them, because one of them you could have been one of the random spike heads on a spike that was in issue.
Oh yeah, I would do that.
Yeah. So that's I always give you like, all right, you want to just watch yourself being eaten by a cannibal, or do you want to be the cannibal, consuming someone else? Because the last 2 pages of issue 12, which is the final pages of this story arc, have those cannibals, and you can decide which side of the cannibals do you want to be on. You want to be drawn eating or being eaten, and I don't know which one I would pick if I had to choose myself.
One thing I may suggest too, and if you ever get the chance to, is do a white cover. Like I'm a huge fan of white covers, and so anyone I see I buy. Okay. That's just me, but definitely like I think that would be interesting, and your fans can get or even just an option inside of it where you can get all your fans will get their favorite artist to do it or something.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Even you,
that would be a good one. If I know my artist is in Brazil, so the odds of getting him out here are slim, but I could always mail him some of those and say like, okay, I'll pay you whatever your cover rate is and do one of each character. So you can get a sketch cover done like that of his art. So that's a really good idea, I think. Do them in a super limited number. There's one printer I go to, you can print only 10. So if I printed 10, it's like, okay, then send 5 to him where he does 5 characters, and then have 5 on the table. And it's like, all right, now go get your favorite artist to do it. It's not going to be me, because you get a stick man if you
no, but even that, like I have a Wolverine one that I paid Len Wein to sketch Wolverine on, and he's not an artist, but so I have a Len Wein original art on a Wolverine cover from that.
Oh, that's cool.
And he did it for me, and he's like, "Yeah, it's $25." I'm like, "Oh shit, yeah." I loved it. Yeah, so I'm like, I can't beat that. Like, it's literally like the creator.
Someone might want the Stickman version. They're like,
absolutely. If it's you,
art,
the
one of one kind of thing.
Exactly. Yeah, we met a remember Larry when we were at the Spawn like 200 party, and there was a girl that had a sketchbook with her, and she just had every artist she ever ran into. Just draw a stick figure. So she has like a Jim Lee stick figure, and he signed it like Jim Lee. And so it's
she's
like
deliberately getting stick figures of all
of all her favorite artists. Yeah. So there's a little niche there, man.
I guess so. So I don't want to underestimate the fact that someone might say, give me your stick figure best of, whatever character they love. So I think that's a good idea for the next campaign, because I'm always trying to come up with some new ideas. The foils are always pretty popular, so those ones I have coming. The Garbage Pail Kid one, I think certain shows, there's the show out in Vegas that I do, that one has a lot of Garbage Pail Kid artists, so it will, whatever I have left is going to sell out that day, because usually the artist that I had do it is at that show, so it'll be like, buy it at my table, go have him sign it over there, have me sign it, and you can get that double signed in that particular show. There's CGC is always there to verify stuff. So I'm thinking if any are left by the time I do the Vegas show, they won't last through it.
Is the Garbage Pail one a sticker? I see it says PO here in the corner, or is that just
he did it? He just did that to make it look like a sticker. Okay, hopefully we get an actual sticker of it, but I did a metal card of it as well.
Are you going to be at any conventions, Comic-Con or anything like that coming up?
I am. My next two are coming up this month. Actually, I'm doing Rocket Con down in San Diego, and that one is on the 15th. And then at the end of the month, I'll be at WonderCon as well.
Nice.
Oh, we'll meet up there for sure.
Any plans for San Diego Comic-Con?
That's the one con I go to just as an attendee. That's my
that's the expensive one, right? To get a booth.
It is, honestly though, some of these booths are getting so expensive. It's more on kind of the regular end for Artist Alley or Small Press. Like you want to be outside of Artist Alley and Small Press, it's a lot more. I think it's only like $550 for a Small Press, which isn't bad all things considered, but that's my one where I go to panels and I just enjoy it on the outside. Like I'm going to be on the other side of the table and let people sell me their books. I'll always walk through Small Press and I'm like, all right, here's your job. You gotta not be staring at your phone. You have to try to engage me. And if they do, I automatically buy their book. Like if you just try and you pitch me and you do something that's not just, I'm tired and my feet hurt, so I'm going to sit and stare at my phone. Like, all right, good. Then I will walk right by you. But I spend a lot of money in the Small Press there because if they even engage me like, hey, let me tell you about my book, I'm like, oh, damn it, I'm going to buy it now. Doesn't matter if it sounds good, bad, or otherwise. I want to support the people that are on that side of the table because I know the feeling. Totally. But that one, that's my one con I go to. I get the professional badge and I just get to go and enjoy it as a fan. But I always end up kicking myself as I talk to the people in Small Press. I'm like, damn, I should actually be here. Right now I should be selling books because I have done it. And it was the best show I've ever done. I mean, I made more money than I've ever made. And it was not for the regular one, but the special edition. And it was just I could not keep books. And I think you came to my table at that one.
Yeah.
And it was just insane because people just wanted new reading material. They were looking for what book, what do you have? I want to find a new series. And I grabbed a lot of readers that have stuck with me since then. Like they bought, I think at that point I had issues 1 through 5 and they've bought every one since. So the Rocket Con will be my first con in San Diego since then. And you get a lot of crossover because the Rocket Con's it's a cheap one. I think it's like $10. So a lot of people will go and they'll say, oh, cool. I need, these 4 issues to catch me back up.
Yeah, cool. That special edition Comic-Con was a very special show. Like it's worked. Like we met so many, and it wasn't super crowded, and it was big enough, and they had enough people there. Like I literally Oz and I just had a conversation with David Mack about like Echo coming out like in Hawkeye like the night before, and he's like super proud. And I bought a bunch of art from him and it wasn't crowded, so he just sat and talked with us for like 20 minutes, and I'm like,
it was all about the
recording. Like,
it was all about the comics.
It wasn't about this panel or this celebrity. It was like it was about comics and comic creators, whether they be the big creators like you were talking to, or even the little ones. It was just people were coming up to my booth and they were engaging and excited, and it was. I've never experienced anything like it. It was just it was just a magic show, and it was so amazing. And I mean, the regular ones are great, but nothing quite gets that first con back after COVID. People were just, they were itching
happy to be there.
Back out there in the world again, seeing a Comic-Con. So yeah, that one, that was just such a good show.
Yeah, indeed. So Ed, man, anything else you want to make sure that you want to let the people know before we get out of here? Anything in particular that you want to make sure people have on their minds?
Well, definitely just keep an eye out for Immortal Era. Like I said, 3 new issues this year, at minimum 3 issues this year. And if you want to know what's coming up, anything in the world of Finish Line Comics, you can follow me on YouTube. I have my YouTube channel. I'm trying to build that one up. You can follow me on Instagram. I have that channel as well. And they're all under Finish Line Comics and Instagram. I'm always putting up new art. So we're about to finish issue 10, and I'm going to start already showcasing the artwork for issue 11, and then some of the artwork for the Dracula Sherlock Holmes series. And as soon as the floaters art is ready, I'll start showing that, and it'll be all the black and white stuff. But Instagram is where I'm most active, and I'm constantly putting new things up there so you can see what's what's coming up. A lot of great new books, hopefully, this year from Finish Line Comics. And then lots of shows. I try to keep myself busy with shows, so I know I'll be also the Anacon, which is at the Anaheim Library. I'll be at that one in April. And then just as shows come, I'll be there. I know the Creepy Horror Con in Ontario, California. I'll be at that one in September. So I keep myself busy. Sleep's overrated. That's what I say.
Did you happen to check out Daredevil, Ed?
I haven't watched it yet.
Okay.
I need to see it. I know it just dropped, and that one is that's probably on my watch list for tonight or tomorrow at the latest. So how is it? Did you watch it yet?
Yeah. We this is our theme for today was reviewing it. Yeah. I enjoyed it a lot. Like even
so is it as good as the Netflix one was?
I think it's even a little better.
Wow. Yeah. I guess they have higher production values and more money to throw at it now because Netflix they didn't have that budget. They had to do a lot of like darkness tricks to make
like
it
the
work.
lighting here is different. Like there's scenes that look like a splash page from a comic book with the colors and everything. Like they lit Hell's Kitchen in red light, just
nice.
Stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah,
so it looks like it's like a colored page from a comic book.
Wow. Yeah, like I said, that's on my. By the end of the weekend, I'll definitely be watching it for sure because I was so excited when they brought it back. That was like when the Netflix universe died. It was so disappointing because they had built a great universe.
They did,
and then it just kind of disappeared because of Netflix and Disney fighting it out. So it's good that Disney's got it back, and now they can throw Disney money at it and still keep the integrity of the characters there. And that was the thing I was worried about. Is all right, they're gonna PG-13ify it and ruin it. But it sounds, from what I've heard, it's as gritty and violent as the original was.
Yeah. And they kind of take their time with it too. So it's like the pacing is the drama in it is still good drama, even if you don't like superheroes. Yeah. So.
Yeah, because my wife got hooked on those, and she's not a big superhero TV one, and she like that universe she loves. So when I told her it was coming back to Disney, she was excited. So that's one like everyone in the house is going to be ready to watch it. Hopefully they bring back the other characters because I'd love to see Luke Cage and Jessica Jones back in there.
Yeah, those are the ones that I really I wish would come back too. Like they in watching.
Nobody wants poor Iron Fist.
Yeah, I did. That wasn't an oversight. I'm like, no, I don't need to see him. Yeah, I'm good. I'm all right with what I got from him.
Right.
I want Iron Fist, just not that one.
A new Iron Fist is fun. Yeah, we can recast, we can restart, but that Iron Fist, like you can leave him at Netflix. It's good.
Yeah, and then definitely when we catch up with you at WonderCon, I would love for us to, be able to like take more time to be able just to discuss the state of the industry because I'm sure you have takes as well and just all the things that are going down. With Diamond and publishing and all that kind of stuff, and I know that obviously it doesn't affect you necessarily in the same way, but at the same time you're still part of the industry, so it affects everybody. Yeah, exactly. So we'll talk more about that. Hopefully, WonderCon time. Who knows what'll even be happening by then? Because that's a full 2.5, 3 weeks. So we'll see.
Who knows what the world's gonna look like?
Exactly. There it is. But
just dig through the rubble and I'll see you there.
I know. Exactly. Ed Davis, thank you so much for being here with us once again. We will catch up with you soon.
Me. All right. Sounds good.
All right. Take it easy. Yeah, man. Good times.
I love that Cthulhu book got my interest. So I that's the pledge level I got.
Nice.
I pledged when they did their Kickstarter. So I'm getting the anthology, but I'm getting my digital one. I mean, whenever they send it, because apparently they asked me for my delivery email and I never answered.
Never replied.
So I just replied right now. I'm like,
there it is. Like,
I know I bought that.
Yeah, I remember because he mentioned it last time he was on the show.
I think I bought the physical one from him because I only bought the digital one on Kickstarter. I didn't get a physical one, and he had his. So because I remember him telling us that he they instead of getting a pay, he just got the physical books, which they only print a few as it is. So I just bought it directly from him. So and so I have the physical one. But I'm like, I need that digital one. You know?
We should all chip in and get Lawrence eating somebody in it.
I don't want to be a cannibal.
Because we know Ed, like it could be Lawrence eating one of us.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Let's all chip in. Larry could be eating me. Like he'd be all in my guts. Larry, I want you all in my guts.
No thanks.
Happy Pride Month.
Thanks. And with that said, let's get out of here. It's time. It's time. Look,
more news.
Do you have more news?
I got all night.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah, he's finally home. Yeah,
I know, right? He's like
for the next month, I got all night, and then I go back to leaving at 8.
Oh man.
Till Doja gets after you.
All right.
I replied.
Oscar, give me some final thoughts, buddy.
I don't know if I'm going to get any other Fallout boxes. They've already canceled the two things that I love the most.
What's the other one?
Elder Scrolls.
Oh, right.
That was like years ago too. Like
yeah.
Last long. So I don't know. I might not be doing that anymore because I don't have anything else I want.
That's fair.
And I'm running out of these statues to buy too.
Like because you don't have any other characters you're interested in getting statues of?
Because there are, but I started making my own.
Oh, well, that's not you running out. That's you friggin' cut out the middleman.
At the same time, there's a Constantine in the background out there that's like I keep looking at it. I need to give my wallet to my wife because I'm just gonna spend it.
I was like, you're off for the next month, or
no. I got all night for the next month, and then then my schedule changes, and I'm off. I got to be off by 8 your time.
Okay.
Which we're only like 15 minutes in, so
yeah.
Right.
No, because I do have I've been because I anticipated the Loot Crate thing, so I've actually been producing what your videos are going to be next. So I have some ideas. So I need to call you and have a meeting about the future of Oz's package. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, sure. If you want me to give you 5 reasons why I should still have a job, I guess.
It's gonna be a picture of Moses eating your package.
No, it's literally not that. Like, it's literally like him on a Skype call with the dudes that he bought that underboob one that just like people are mad.
The Supergirl?
Yeah, like people are mad that he didn't like the underboob that much. Like in the comments, and it's like it's like the most commented video, and they're all pissed. So if you haven't seen that video, you should check it out. Like it got like some 600 views and
I answered it too. I was like, dude, I pre-ordered this drunk.
Yeah,
I don't know what to tell you. There wasn't any other Supergirl, and she's beautiful.
Yeah,
because I thought I would get one. Like I talk about it in the video. They do sexy naked stuff, and they'll give you a version that's like presentable.
Right.
I don't know what to tell you. Like this one had 2 versions, and the second version is just cape, no cape.
Yeah, and none of them are presentable. Like
it's the same underboob.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like the pervs that really, and I love them. They're our audience. So if it weren't for them, we wouldn't have these views. So I love them, but I love that they defended these dudes. The dudes that
I'm a little offended that they didn't believe I was actually drunk when I bought it.
Yeah,
like, these are not cheap. You don't buy these sober.
Yeah.
Hex says Oz pissed off the incels.
Not incels.
No, they're definitely not incels. Like those dudes are like married with children and everything. Like yeah, so they're voluntary cells, if anything.
Voluntary cells.
We don't want no more kids.
Time to get blind boxes.
I'll say this because the group that makes that Supergirl, and people keep asking me who it is. I can't say it out loud because it's not licensed.
Right.
But they do, like the guy that he does a lot of great stuff, and there's so many that I wanted to get, but it's just like the boobs are just out there. Like I can't.
They're oversexed. And that's one of the things the commenter said too. It's like you go to these guys because they get the sexy.
They have and I might have posted this on our Discord one time, but they did a Mystique where half of her is like different people that she's transforming into. You got like the blue, and then there's like a rogue, there's a storm. Like, I really wanted that one, but the blue side is always naked, so I couldn't.
That Rebecca Romaine.
I can't have naked chicks there. Oh, see, now I'm breaking stuff.
Oh no, it's getting crazy.
Now he's really Mexican.
Right. Most Magnum, give us some final thoughts, man.
We just talked about the stuff we have on our channel. There's more stuff coming up. There's some WonderCon stuff coming. Happy birthday, Derek. I know Derek's not watching, and if you know him, if you've talked to him, you know, wish him happy birthday if you have contact with him. But yeah, definitely best wishes to Derek right now, and I love him. And happy birthday, Derek. But yeah, we'll be having a lot more stuff coming through. Like we're just, you know, Oz helped me edit some audio on some of our Larry and I gallivanting around the globe and trotting around the globe. So, yeah, so
I did the best I could.
Yeah,
we appreciate you, Oz.
Yeah.
For the entire Fantastic Forum, thank you all so much for hanging out with us. We do appreciate you. We'll be back next week. In the meantime, let us know what you like, what you don't like, what you want to see more of. We'll listen. We want to know. And with that said, we're the Fantastic Forum. Have a good night.